Car repossessions are up 23%. Here's how to avoid falling behind on payments. We're hearing these stats coming in left and right on repos. Car repos have surged 23% from last year and are 14% higher than pre-pandemic levels. 14% higher than pre-pandemic levels in 2019, according to a July 2024 Cox Automotive report. The rise comes amid challenges like fluctuating car prices and a widespread cyber attack in June, despite a recent 1.8% increase in wholesale used vehicle prices. The high interest rates for auto loans with June 2024 APRs at 7.3% for used vehicles and 11.5% for new ones. To avoid falling behind car payments, it's crucial to maintain open communication with your lender. Tom, your thoughts on this here with car repos?
Well, the car repossessions are happening because of two things, and we saw it. People's old cars had to be replaced. They went out and got new cars or a used car that was only a couple of years old, maybe something that come off a lease, and they got stuck with 7.53% on used vehicles, 11% on new vehicles, and they have a 1.1 trillion of credit card debt. And we've been saying that the cumulative effect to a trailing inflation that was a cumulative 25 to 30% increase on grocery and running your household, even worse than that on car insurance. Now it's coming down to roost. So what happens? People can't make their payments because they're buying food and trying to make rent. And as a result, repossessions have surged. People that bought cars 3 years ago and then had a 30% increase in total inflation effect have been pinched. That is what's going on. And we're also seeing that rents are actually $300 higher, national average everywhere, than they were at the conclusion of COVID at the end of 21. And so now you've got, that's $3,600 a year more. $3,600 a year before taxes is $5,000 a year. So if you don't have $5,000 more in 2024 than you had at the end of the beginning of 2022, you need that just to make that rent increase a typical person. And so what we're seeing this, I'll put it to you this way. Kamala Harris, are you listening? What are you going to do about it? The American consumer is waiting. They're stuck. Inflation has chased them. They're now not able to make car payments, and repossessions is up. Isn't that nice? That is what's going on. Adam?
Well, I say this all the time. The number one thing that's driving you to the poorhouse is your car. Since 2020, the price of cars have skyrocketed. A lot of that sometimes has to do with supply and demand, has to do with the chips situation, the chip shortage. Everything happened with the supply chain issues, but the current cost of a new car is the highest ever on record. I think the current cost of a car is about $48,000, 2020. The cost of the
car repossessions are up 23%.